Prune is the next animal character getting added to Genshin, and with animal being my favorite element, I'm very excited to wish for her. Besides being an emo, Prune is also a catalyst character who literally brings a giant hammer to bonk enemies, which gave me an idea. What would happen if I build and tried Prune as an on-field DPS? Surely nothing could go wrong, right? Skill, I'm doing like 35k already? Wait. 30k is wait, did I say 100k? Keep in mind that all the footages were recorded on a Luna 7 creator experience server and does not reflect the final version, so please refer to the official release for the final content. Without further ado, let's get started. So let's take a look at Prune's animations to see how we'll be able to play her. Since she's a catalyst, she gets like very unique animations actually. Her normal attack basically swings around this hammer, and it looks like she's very proud of her work after her normal attack swing. And charge attack, she stands on the hammer and just swings at opponents. Let's see her elemental skill. Oh, she has like this summon, it seems. But yeah, she does everything with her hammer, so she'll be able to bonk enemies along the way. And let's see her burst. Oh, okay, so this is like the bell that she summons that follows you around, which will probably attack enemies once we get close to them. But yeah, animations overall are very nice. As for how we're going to be building Prune, I am trying to build her as a DPS since I'm curious to see how much damage she'll be able to do. Oh, she's just basically busy like riding the hammer as a pogo stick. As for her weapon, we're most likely going to be building her with like crits. So just a standard DPS build. So I'll probably be able to balance out her crit rate and crit damage. So I could give her the Widziv, possibly. And then as for artifacts, since she is a Hexrite character, I could definitely just give her crit rate and crit damage along with maybe attack and energy. So yeah, let's see if we'll be able to build her this way. This flower looks pretty good. Let me just equip this. Alright, let's give her less feather. And wow, okay. So I basically have a lot of things all set up. And let's start enhancing artifact sets. I'm hoping that this build will be good enough for Prune. This flower doesn't really roll into something that's ideal, so let me just get some crits. Alright, 2 crit rate, 1 crit damage. I'll probably keep this for now. As for feather, let me just get this to 20 as well. I'm hoping to see some more crits. 2 attack and 3 crit rate. Alright, so we're kind of low on crit damage, but I think that's fine since I'm using a crit damage weapon. Alright, so I got more attack lines and some HP and crit damage. Let me see what my stats are now. So I'm at 32% crit rate, which is still a little bit lower than I want. But once I get a Goblet and Circlet, hopefully my build will come together. As for Goblet, I found this double crit animal damage Goblet. I think you could use attack on her, especially if you build her as a support. But I'll try both animal damage and attack Goblets to see which one will do more damage. So let's just start off by leveling this animal damage Goblet as well. Come on. 3 attack? I keep getting flat attack lines. I mean, I'll still keep this for now. Alright, as for her circlet, let me see. Since my crit rate is still a little bit low, I could use a crit damage circlet instead. But if I use a 4-piece of the Rising Wind set, I would be able to get 20 extra crit rate. So this will bring my crit rate up to 59%. So I think for now, I might just look for a crit damage circlet and then see if I will be able to get some good stats on it. Well, it seems like one of my characters already has like a pretty good piece, but maybe I can roll into something else that's better. So let's try it. 4 energy recharge. I mean, not ideal. Well, let's just take a look. So 50% crit rate, but with a 4-piece, I'll be at 70. So I would say this build is decent. Not sure what she ascends with, so I guess we can start leveling her up as well. So it seems like she ascends with attack %, which is fine since we'll always want more attack. But yeah, let's just go around and see how much damage she'll be able to do right now. So my goal for Prune is to do around 30k damage. So hopefully I'll be able to reach that number with a DPS build. Yeah, her normal attack is doing like around 1000 damage, which is pretty good. And the elemental skill, oh, she gets like a special elemental skill that does like whatever the enemy is affected by. So I did like hydro damage. So it seems like not only does Prune have fun animations, she also seems like she has like very fun gameplay as well. Yeah, like I'm doing like 4000 damage right now, but I don't really have any talents leveled up or anything. So I would say we're off to a pretty good start. But after seeing that, I might want to change her Goblet to attack instead, since I feel like that will benefit her more in the long run. Alright, this piece looks pretty good. So yeah, let's take a look. 49% crit rate with 226% crit damage. And 1.7k attack. All right. I mean, attack could definitely be better, but right now since she's at level 40, I would say this is like already pretty good. I feel like for team comps, I would ideally just use a Hexerite team. So maybe a team like Liz will be pretty good for Prune. Well, I guess to test this holding out, let me just go ahead and challenge a Power Regis Vine to a fight to see if this will be good. But yeah, skill, I'm doing like 35k already. Wait. 30k is wait, did I say 100k? Did I get that right? I mean, I do have like probably Prune's best DPS team right here. That still seems like so insane considering the fact I'm only level 40. Well, I'm just gonna move up the ladder and challenge a boss with more HP to see if that first one was a fluke or not. If I can actually kill a boss with one rotation, then I will say that's a win. Yeah, I'm seeing like 20k attacks. Yeah, and also I can just break these things pretty quickly as well to get rid of a boss's like mechanics. Alright, let's try this again. First. Alright, I'll start leveling her up and see how far I can take her. Like, damage-wise, I'm already pretty impressed. Like, I was originally thinking that she'll only be able to do like around 30k to 50k if it's cutting it. So for talents, I'm just gonna level up everything since I'm gonna be building her as a DPS anyways. I how she's just smirking at you as well. Like, she's secretly just hiding her powers. Alright, so I got everything to level 4, which is the furthest I could take her for my level right now. So, yeah, her build right now is pretty similar to what I had, but let's just take her out to try out more domains. So let me just go into the new artifact domain. See how fast I'll be able to get through this. Get my buff up. I'm seeing 50k. Her hammer does so much damage. Like, I'm actually not sure if Farazan is the best here, because Farazan just buffs animal attack, and since Prune can like use both Pyro and Animo because of her team comp right now. Yeah, I'm not really sure if Farazan is actually the best here. But still though, like, seeing high animal damage is also like fine with me. Alright, we got 3 artifacts. Nothing really that great for me, but still decent. Well, I guess I'll just keep on going. Get more of my attack as well, since I'll be ascending with more attack. Right now my attack is around 2,000. Let's also get a talent up to level 8 as well. So right now at level 80, her attack is around 2,200. And her crit ratio is decent. I'm going to be fighting this Dendro chicken. So just set up our characters as bursts. Kind of pinning the corner though, so it's kind of hard to see. But 60k with my hammer, pyro damage, 120k animo. Yeah, I think Farazan does buff my animal damage a lot as well, so I feel like keeping her would be the correct choice for now. It's really satisfying to see like the amount of damage I'm doing with her right now. Okay, let's go try out a not cry boss for the first time. These bosses tend to have more HP, so hopefully it'll be better to test Prune's damage out. And this team comp is actually perfect for this boss because I'm able to deal pyro to it. So this will be nice. So yeah, right now my normal attack strings are hitting like around 10k each, which is pretty high. It's gotta get my crit a little bit higher perhaps to maybe do more consistent damage. But yeah, so far though, I am very, very happy with the damage I'm doing. At 25k, I believe this boss is resisting a lot of damage right now as well. So with the amount I'm doing right now is actually pretty good. I might be able to kill a boss before I break the shield, which is like actually pretty nice. Yeah, my charge attack is doing like 50k. So yeah, I mean, like, building her as a DPS is actually pretty fun. Well, let's just final ascend Prune to level 90 and just try to finalize her build for now. So weapon right now I'm using the Witziv. I'm not going to change it just yet because I want to try out a different team, but I just raise her talents up. I'll get everything to level 9 for now and just probably leave it here. Constellation, I haven't activated anything yet, so I'm at C0, but honestly though, C0 feels like it's already pretty good. So I want to go with a more free-to-play team comp, and out of all the Hexerite characters, I will at least need one. So I can either use Sucrose, Official, or Razor, which I'm kind of leaning towards Sucrose. So I'm going to be trying out more of a free-to-play team comp, and this is basically another mono Pyro Prune team, but this time with Xiangling, Sucrose, and Bennett. I'm also going to be challenging our first weekly boss. So we'll see how hard this will be. Hopefully I'll be able to like actually deal pretty good damage here first. I think I missed my skill, but that's fine. So with all of our burst up, let me just see how much damage I'll be able to do. So Prune did like 30k and 80k pyro. Yeah, so still not bad with like a 4-star team, but definitely still usable as DPS though. So I'm also kind of curious to see how well Prune will be against a local legend. So hopefully I'll be able to survive the onslaught of this wolf, but yeah, this will be a challenge for sure. But I'm just hoping I can like stay away from like this enemies' attacks. But yeah, I'm doing like around 3,000 attack, 3,000 damage right now. But this boss probably has like high resistance right now, so just gotta kind of wait until it settles down. I'm seeing 60k though. That's pretty good. Let me get my burst back up. Waiting for this to come out. I'm just gonna burst. So gotta get rid of animal spirit, which Prune does perfectly since I'm animal and I'm able to do like swirl to it. Yeah, this boss probably has some kind of animal resistance, but I'm doing like more pyro damage than animal for sure. It's probably best time to deal DPS for sure. Yeah, right now I'm just kind of slowly chipping down the HP. The hardest part about this boss though is definitely surviving because it does a lot of damage. Like the wolf will literally bite and that just does like half of my HP. So you gotta be careful on that. It took me a bit, but I'm about to finish the boss off soon. I want to see if my skill can just beat it. Oh, I missed my crit, unfortunately. It was a bit of a challenge, but I'm still glad I was able to defeat it. Since I haven't really tried out Prune once she was level 90 in her strongest team, I'm just going to be changing back into it and then maybe challenge another local legend to see how much damage we'll be able to do this time. She'll probably move around, but hopefully I'll be able to pin her into the corner while I'm bursting. My normal attack can reach up to 15k though with like this team, which is very high actually. Let's try this again. 80k with my pyro, and I saw 130k as well earlier. But yeah, I think my only weakness right now is probably the lack of crits, since I'm missing my crit quite a bit. So hopefully I'll be able to maybe change my build a little bit to have a better crit rate. But besides that though, like damage wise, I am pretty impressed. I think this is a perfect chance to attack again. Yeah, I saw 20k, unfortunately because of my missed crit. But otherwise, I'm ready to challenge some other endgame content as well. Alright, next we're going to be challenging the Abyss. Alright, so for floor 11, I'm bringing both Farazan, Sucrose, and Prune as my animal characters, just to see how well this team will fare. But I bring Farazan here is because I'll be able to maybe get more animal damage. So yeah, 24k, yeah, not bad. But this also will help me kind of group up the enemies as well, since there's a defend the monolith stage. It seems like I can also just get my burst out 100% of the time, which is what I also want. I think ultimately though, what I really like about Prune is the fact that she can like absorb enemies' elements and then just kind of like dish it out on someone else. Although I did miss my crit there, but it's kind of satisfying to be able to do that. It's like taking what your opponents have and then just kind of reverse Uno them. Although against these cryo enemies, it isn't really that helpful since they're mostly just immune to their own element. But it's still nice to like just do it on other enemies. Yeah, my normal attack right now is doing around 3,000 and charge attack is doing like 9,000. So yeah, not bad. Let's go to the next chamber. So we have the cryo lava troll here. This should be a good test for us, but let me see. 14k animal damage, and then I'm doing 4,000 cryo damage because this enemy does have a shield. And since it has a shield, I'm absorbing the cryo element instead of like pyro. But now I should be able to absorb pyro. Let's see. Yeah, so 30,000 damage of the pyro, which is not bad as well. And then we got, ooh, got like a lizard here as well. He should be not much of a challenge, but more like a dummy to test out my damage on. I'm gonna burst and then bonk the lizard, which still like around 25k, so that's decent. Should be able to also finish it off now. Alright, last chamber. I'm happy that floor 11 is like decently easy for me, so not really that hard for me to get through. And yeah, some nice damage here since the system mages are pretty like obedient. They're just standing in line for me, not really like doing much. Alright, this thing though, kind of annoying because it put up a shield and basically sucked my burst away. Hopefully I'll still be able to destroy on time. But if not, it's still fine because it's cryo, so I should be able to destroy the shield pretty fast. So shield gone. Now I just gotta be able to kill it fast enough on time. Alright, so I knock out the boss with skill. And it put up a shield. Wow, okay. That was like such a good timing for the Wayab. But let me see if I can destroy the shield this time. Hopefully though, like I'm chipping away the shield slowly but surely. One more hit. No, that was so close. Okay, I mean that's fine. Still got plenty of time anyways. I just want to bonk it longer, I guess. That should be enough. Alright, so for floor 12, I'm going to be bringing back the Prune team. But let's move Venti instead of Fire Zombie. So for the first chamber, we got this giant robot, which is weak to Pyro. So this is actually perfect for me, since I'll be able to like provide Pyro damage as well. Alright, shield got destroyed, so we should be able to just kill this boss now. Yeah, I'm seeing like I'm doing 80k. My normal attacks are actually doing so much damage though, like 16k per normal attack string. Yeah. Alright, destroying a shield, so this should probably be good. Yeah. I'm gonna go to the second chamber with Assassin Mage. Oh, I missed my hammer because the boss is really midair. Oh well. I'll just use normal attack and still doing some decent damage with it at least. Yeah, that was a little bit unfortunate. Alright, hopefully though, I'll be able to one-shot this thing. That boss is still kill, but it should be fine. I'm just gonna use my normal attack because I actually do quite a lot with it. And if I charge attack, I'm doing 40k. Let's do this again. Oh, animations are actually pretty funny, like, because I'm kind of just bonking away at like the Primordial Bishop's like legs. Ooh, got my 100k as well on the Pyro. I'm hoping I'm not really wasting any of my burst, but if I do, I think that's still okay. Yeah, it's fine. Alright, final chamber though. This one is one I'm kind of worried about, but hopefully with Venti I'll be okay dealing with the minions here. Yeah, because this boss does have a lot of resistance at the beginning, so yeah. Gotta see how I'm gonna deal with this. So group the mushrooms up together and then maybe bonk it a few times. Wow, okay, that's a lot of numbers at least. I think I got all of them. So I should be able to get rid of all resistance on this thing. And I should be able to fight it and kill it. Yeah. Doing like, I think full damage to it, like 90k. And then my normal attack is doing like 20k actually, wow. Oh, spunk you again, don't run back. Okay, it's absorbing again. Alright, that's fine. Got 2 more seconds and then my skills will be back up. Can't really see much, but I think I got all of them again. Yeah, that was pretty fun. Yeah, it's pretty much Abyss. Building Prune as a DPS was definitely a lot of fun, and it just made me even more excited for her release. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to go check out my early access video on the Co by clicking on the video here, and I'll see you there.